Good night, guys. How you guys are doing? This is Fabian Reed here coming at you. Wow, I'm super excited that we're here again in another segment. First of all, I just want to say thank you for all of you guys that are subscribing to this channel, and all of your accolades, all of your wonderful comments that you're posting. I really appreciate it. All your text messages telling me how much this is encouraging you to keep going, and how much is impacting you. And I really appreciate that. Thank you a lot for this. I really appreciate that. So I'm just really excited to have the opportunity to share with you in this next segment, a segment that is very dear to me. I've taught this here in really leadership sessions, and I want to share it with you because I know it can add value to your life. So what are we going to talk about today? Well, we're going to talk about an unusual topic. Not the 7 secrets of success, or the 7 secrets of persistence, or the 7 secrets of consistency. We're going to talk about the 7 secrets of failure. Yes, you heard me right. The 7 secrets of failure. So what are those 7 secrets of failures? Let's get on with it, guys. Number 1, indecision. You see, a lot of us take so much time to make a decision. Indecision. Because we're thinking about the negative consequences that might happen if we make this decision. But what we do if we don't make a decision, we're actually putting more pressure on ourselves. And when we put more pressure on ourselves, you actually create stress. And you take a week, you take a month, you take 6 months sometimes to make a decision. You spend 6 months thinking about that one thing that you should have made a decision on. Yes, it doesn't matter if the decision is yes, or it doesn't matter if the decision is no. You should make the decision, whether it's yes or no, but make the decision. And so let's talk about some of the things that you need to do to overcome indecision. So what are some of those things? Well, you need to think strategically. What do we mean by think strategically? Well, strategically means to think long term. Remember in our last segment, we talked about microwave mentality versus long-term mentality. This is think strategically, thinking long-term. Anytime that you're going to do something, you're going to do a business, you're going to start a new career or whatever, don't think about, okay, I'm just in this here for 30 days, I'm going to get the money and I'm going to go. That's not thinking strategically. Thinking strategically is thinking, okay, how much can I learn from this? How much can I benefit from this? How much can I get from this? And how long is it going to take me to be able to do all of this? Well, I'm going to dedicate 2 years to this. I'm going to dedicate 10 years to this. I'm going to dedicate 5 years to this, and then I'm going to start my own business, or then I'm going to move on to the next level. That's how you decide. And sometimes when you think strategically, sometimes when you make a decision, you have to make another decision to back up the decision that you just made. And that's decision making. It's not just one decision, because in life, as I told you earlier, to be in love is a decision. Everything that you do is a decision, but sometimes you have to make another decision and another decision to back up the decision that you just made, because the decision that you made before was so weak that you weren't convinced about that decision, but you got to make it again to reinforce that decision that you made. So you got to think strategically. You got to rid yourself of the perfectionistic mentality, okay? Everyone trying to, waiting for the perfect time to do something. Guys, you know when is the perfect time to do something? When is not the perfect time to do something. That's the perfect time to do something. Yeah, and so that's when is the worst time in your life, when you're thinking, oh my God, this is the worst time, I should not do it. Yeah, that's the best time to do it. When is the worst time? That's the best time to do it, because the enemy will always hide the key in chaos. He takes the key, put it in chaos, because he knows that you're not going to go there. So that's what you do. You go after it. You go get the key and you move to the next phase of your life, because that key is going to open that door. Okay? So make the decision. The next thing that you need to do to overcome indecisiveness is let go of bad decisions. Yeah, let go of the past, guys. Let go of all the decisions that maybe that you said, oh my God, I wish that I would never made that decision. But you learned from it. It impacted you so much in a negative way that you learned from it, because if you have never experienced it, then at some point in your life you're going to experience it anyway. So sometimes some of these decisions that we make, some of the bad decisions that we make, lead us into the right path that we need to get on. So very important that we don't look at a negative situation as a bad situation, but look at it as a negative situation as a positive situation, because it leads you in a direction that you weren't supposed, that you never thought that you would have been, and you are happy that you're there. And so the next thing to help you to overcome indecision is visualize. Visualize the things that you want. Know exactly where you want to go. Like Stephen Covey said, keep the end in mind. Always stay focused on the dream. Always keep the end in mind. Know where you're going, and that is going to help you to overcome indecisiveness. The next thing to help you, the next secret, number 2 secret to failure is doubt. And so, what is the meaning of doubt? Well, there's other words for doubt. Lack of conviction, lack of uncertainty, skepticism, suspicion, or mistrust. You see, these are all the things that creates doubt in our mind because of our past experiences. And we take those past experiences, mistrust, skepticism, and we bring it into this world where we want to pursue a career, or where we want to start a new business, or where we want to enhance our business. If you keep thinking all the time, well, I gotta analyze and I gotta do this. Yes, you gotta analyze, but you gotta make a decision. Yes, you gotta analyze, but everything that you analyze can't be with skepticism, can't be with pessimism, can't be with mistrust. Because how are you going to grow your business if that's the mentality that you're going to start with anyway? And so, how do we overcome these doubtfulness? How do we overcome this doubtfulness? Well, you want to stop living in the past and start living in the present. All right? You can't go up, can't climb a mountain, okay, hundreds of thousands of feet up, like the highest mountain in the world, Mount Everest. You can't be climbing a mountain with 100-pound bag weight on your shoulder. You gotta get rid of that weight. You know why? Because as you climb the mountain, you're gonna be picking up new baggage. You're gonna have to overcome new obstacles. So that's why you have to let go of the past and focus on the future, because the future is gonna have its own obstacles. The future is gonna have its own crap. And so you gotta learn how to overcome new crap and drop it and keep going. All right? And get rid of the baggage. Literally, like, put a lock and key on your mind and block out all of that negative garbage in your mind, and don't drag it in the world with you. Okay? So stay focused. The next way to overcome doubtfulness is stop comparing yourself with others. Stop looking at yourself and then looking at your colleague, or looking at the movie star, or looking at this influencer and say, he's better than I am. He has more resources than I do. He reads better than I do. He speaks better than I do. Don't compare yourself with me. Don't compare yourself with your neighbor. Don't compare yourself with your colleague, because you were born in this world as an equal with equal opportunity. All you need to do is to get what he have in his mind in your mind. And if you focus on getting what he have in his mind in your mind, you're gonna have what he have, and probably even more. And so, don't tell yourself that I can't do this because they're better than I am. No, don't do that, because you were born to be the best, to have the best. All right? At least you made it in this world past 100,000 millions or whatever sperms. You were ahead, and you are here today because of that. You came out a winner. And so people ask us, you always hear the question, were we born leaders? We probably weren't born leaders, but we were born fighters. We were born winners. You know why? Because we fought to the end. So it's in our nature, it's in our DNA. We just need to pull it out of us and find it. Some of us have to search within ourselves and find that DNA of that fighter and that winner within us. Okay? The next way that you can do that can jolt your awareness and help you to bring that to the forefront, is reading books every single day. You know why? Because there are people out there that went through these experiences, that passed through these experiences, that they're going to share them with you. They're going to write them in a book. So if you're reading every single day, you're reading stories, you're reading new experiences every single day, and you would say to yourself, wow, I can relate to him. I went through that, and look, he went through worse, or she went through worse than I did, and look, they're still standing. That's what books do for you. It motivates you. It says, yes, you can do it. But you know what people decide to read? Newspapers. Take their cell phones and their fingers going like this all day, reading garbage. Some of the stuff is good, but you don't know how to decipher the positive and leave out the negative. We consume all the garbage. Guys, you gotta stop consuming garbage and start consuming the stuff that is good for you, to help you to grow, to help you to get stronger, to help you to build a stronger character. The next thing that you need to do is listen. Listen to what? Audios. Listen to audios every single day, audios every day. Positive mental attitude audios, audio books, motivational speakers, philosophers. I just don't only listen to motivational speakers. I listen to philosophers. I listen to Brandon. I listen to all different types of stuff, things that in my field, outside of my field. I listen to whole cross section of stuff: art, racing, sports, anything that I can get my hands on and consume. But I consume it for a specific purpose. Okay. And the reason why I listen a lot is because when I started my first business at 19 years old, no one knew that I couldn't read. You know, I was dyslexic. All right. When I started reading from the first line, I would always find myself on the fifth line. Okay. And I would read like 2 or 3 paragraphs, and I understood absolutely nothing I read. And it took me 30-45 minutes to do that. Later on in life, in my career, I pushed myself and I eventually learned how to read. At 28 years old, I learned to read fluently. And some of my friends might be watching this video right now that spent time around me, and they would say, wow, I didn't know that. Yes, you didn't know, but that's something that I struggle with. And I'm not ashamed to tell you, because there are a lot of people out there that can't read and find it fascinating that I'm able to say that I can't read, that I couldn't read before, and it inspires them to start. Okay, that's why I told you in the last video that I went back to the basics and started studying this English course. Okay, so because you just gotta make yourself better every single day and never be ashamed of who you are. Okay, because if you are ashamed of who you are, then you become more doubtful in your life. Be thankful for who you are and make yourself better. Who has control over that? You. The next thing that is very important to help you to overcome your doubtfulness: listen to your favorite music. Find a song that motivates the heck out of you. Like for me, I love the Iron Man soundtrack. I love it. When I get on the plane, I put my headphones on and I turn on that soundtrack and I listen to it for hours upon hours upon hours upon hours. It just motivates the heck out of me. And let me tell you, when I get off that plane, say, let me through those doors, let me through those doors, let me in this conference, let me in this meeting. I'm ready to take over the world. That's how I feel when I'm listening to that music. And watch your favorite movie, watch your favorite sports game, or watch an old game with that your favorite sports team was they're winning, and that if that motivates you, that gets you to move and get you to do something, then do it. That's what I do. Okay. The next thing that the third secret of failure. I mean, come on, everyone suffers from this. Fear. So what is fear? A fear is a vital response to physical and emotional danger. Although that can be advantageous for us, and what do I mean by fear being advantageous for us? Because we can smell it, and if you can smell it, you know you need to be away from it. Like RuPaul, he said, in one of his speeches, he said, when he was a child, he can smell bullies coming from a mile away. Yeah, he can smell bullies coming from a mile away, and guess what he did? I ran, he said. I ran. He was never bullied at school because he ran from them all the time. So he was never in the same room with bullies. Okay? And so fear can help you to do that, but if you're conscious enough to run from it, well, that's good. You don't go on towards it if that's what it is. But what's the fear that we're talking about? It's an unpleasant emotion that makes us feel like it's like a threat. Okay? And so what is that in our careers that we're talking about, that we're reflecting on here right now? Well, fear of public speaking, fear of doing this, fear of communication, fear of talking to people, fear of selling, fear of whatever. Guys, everybody's a seller. If you're married and you're a man, you're a great salesman. You know why? Because that woman that you have next to you that is married to you, well, you have to sell yourself to her. Okay? Maybe you told her that you're gonna fly her to Paris, or take her on this cruise, you're gonna buy her this diamond ring, or you're gonna buy her that car. You had to promise something to marry that woman. Okay? It's probably one of the most beautiful women in the world that you married, and your friends are saying, how did she marry him? Well, you had to be a really good salesman. I'm a phenomenal salesman. Okay? When I met my wife, I said, nope, I'm coming, baby. I'm there. So I made a decision. So that's the next one. that's the fear that I overcome long time ago. So fear, false evidence appearing real. Okay? So public speaking, you gotta overcome that. People are afraid of elevators. People are afraid of insects. I mean, like crazy stuff, guys. False evidence appearing real. Things that you put in your mind. Okay? The fourth secret of failure is worry. It means to be nervous. And nervousness is something that we, like anxiety that we create in our bodies, create in our blood, create in our hearts. And that's something that you don't want to have to deal with, guys. You can't be saying that I'm an entrepreneur and I want to be successful and you're nervous all the time. You got to learn how to overcome that. And how do you overcome that? Simple approaches, simple little things that I did, and I was in that position as well too. Nervous all the time and worried that this is not gonna work, worried that if I invest my little $50 was gonna happen. You know, there's just stuff that is just small little things. I read a really good book that helped me with that, and it said don't sweat the small stuff because it's just small stuff. And it really helped me because I stopped sweating the small stuff. Okay, so how do you overcome worry? Well, one of the things that you can do is change your perspective. You can look at the glass half empty, or you can look at the glass half full. The glass half empty will give you the result that you're looking for, or the glass half full will give you the results that you're looking for. Which one will give you the best result? Okay, glass half full, you can give me the best result. Get rid of the glass half empty. Don't look back at it again. Only focus on the half full. Okay, and when you change your perspective, you're gonna stop worrying, along with other things as well that you have to exercise. Okay, the next thing that you're gonna do, you have to build a strong character. How do you build a strong character? What I said earlier, you gotta read. You gotta focus on building a strong character. You gotta build your confidence. Read books like The Power of Positive Thinking by Norman Vincent Peale, the Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. So many different books that you can read. Another awesome book, Don't Let Anybody Steal Your Dream by Dexter Yeager. Phenomenal books that can help you to build strong character. The next thing that you need to do to help you to overcome worry is feel confident, act confident, think confident. These are the things that you need to do, the actions that you need to take by yourself. And so how do you feel confident, think confident, and act confident? Well, there's one thing that you can change immediately. You might not be able to change your mindset and get it consistently thinking the way you want it to think, but there's one thing that you can change, and you can change it right now. You can change it immediately. Change the way you dress. Change the way you comport yourself. Change the way you carry yourself. Change the way you walk. Change the little subtle little things that will get you attention, that will get you that will make a difference in your life. Not that you're looking for attention, and many of you don't really even care about attention, but my point is that it makes you feel confident about yourself. Some people's self-image is so deep in the ground. You got to go in the ground and take that self-image out the ground and get it elevated above you. So you got to move your self-image from one point to the next. My self-image, I was so shy, guys. I couldn't even say my name the first speech I had on a stage. Okay, I never remember my name. Somebody had to rub me on my back to help me to remember my name. So I was that shy, and I didn't even know how to do what I'm doing here with you right now, but I overcome it. So if I can do this, you can do it also. And so sometimes you gotta fake it until you make it. You gotta fake it until you make it. Sometimes you gotta dress the part, look the part, smell the part, and fake it until you make it. And how do you fake it until you make it? Change your self-talk. You tell yourself, I'm a winner. 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 I'm a winner, and nobody's gonna steal my dream. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I am a winner. I am a winner, and nobody's gonna steal my dream. You just keep telling yourself that over and over and over and over and over all the time. Number 5, secret to failure is lack of action. Okay, so you hear the word action all the time, and sometimes it probably frustrates you because you don't want to take action. Let's put it simple. Let's make this a little bit more simple for you. And and so when I told you that I learned to read, I had to like dig deeper and deeper and deeper for the meaning of words. And so I like to go deeper and deeper and deeper for the meaning of words as well. So what is the meaning of action? There's other words for action, which is energy, movement, motion. Energy, movement, motion. And so when you take action, you're actually creating energy. For an example, I have a friend, when he walks into a room, he says, "All rise." And you see everybody standing and jumping and everybody's rising. Okay? And I said, wow. And when I first saw that, I said, that's so cool. I saw it a second time, and I saw it a third time, and people reacted the same way. I said, this is so cool. I'm going to try that. And so when I started going to my conferences and going to different places, I would walk into a room and I would say, I wouldn't say all rise, but I would say, "Good evening, ladies and gentlemen." And everyone would say, "Good evening." They wouldn't even know that they were saying good evening. It was like a hum, like a bass guitar in the background. Ooh. Everybody said good evening because I changed the energy in the room, and I love it when I walk into a room and I change the energy. Okay? And sometimes you don't have to walk into a room and say good evening. You can walk into a room, and just because of your presence alone, the way you dress, the way you act, the way you greet people, the way you communicate with people, people want to engage with you. Okay? So motion, movement, that's action. You gotta be moving. Newton's first law, sometimes referred to as the law of inertia. An object at rest stays at rest. An object in motion stays in motion with the same speed in the same direction unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. So what does that mean? That means that if you stay in one position, you're going to get run over. That's all it means. If you stay in one position, you're going to get run over. If you stay in one position in your job, everybody's going to run over you and use you as a stepping stone to go higher, to get promotions. In your business, they're going to run over you and they're going to steal all your customers. So you can't stay still. You got to keep moving. You got to be looking for different ways to keep growing and bettering yourself and building your character. Okay? Number 6. Don't want to make this here too long. Number 6 secret of failure is in the imprisonment of your mind. You see, many of us, we create self-made prisons in our own mind, in our thinking. Limitations. We put self-imposed limitations in our mind. I heard a guy said, but early on in his career, he said, I should have drank bigger faster. And I said, drank bigger faster? Yeah, he said, I should have drank bigger faster, because he listened to his mom, he listened to his dad, he listened to his friends, he listened to his colleagues telling him that he should never dream big. That's just a pipe dream. Who told you that you can achieve that? And he believed them. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna put this as a stamp in your mind. Don't believe everything that you think. Don't believe everything that you think, because everything that you think is in your old nature. Okay? Focus on what you want, because the things that you want, you will have. The things that you keep saying that you can't have, you will have. So whatever you think about, you're going to have. If you said, okay, I'm going to have a little house with 2 bedrooms and an outside toilet, that's what you're going to have. Okay? So it doesn't matter how big it is or however small it is. You know how many things that I've put on my refrigerator, and my friends came to my house and look at my refrigerator and laugh at me? And you know that a majority of those things, I would say 85% of those things I had on my refrigerator, those dreams and goals that I had on my refrigerator, over 85% I've been able to achieve in my career. Because if I didn't put them there, if I didn't believe that I was going to accomplish them, why would they be there anyway? So it's another topic. And the final one, the 7th secret of failure is ego. Wow. I read this here somewhere. Egotistical is when you don't have the competence and experience to back up your confidence. Very powerful. Egotistical is when you don't have the competence and experience to back up your confidence. So powerful. And so what you're doing is just putting up a wall to block out what you don't want people to see. And so because that wall is up, you're shouting at them. You're telling them, hey, move there. Hey, you, that. That's what you do with the wall, okay? But Ryan Holiday wrote a book. He wrote a phenomenal book called Ego is Your Enemy. Phenomenal book. And in that book, he said you have to make ego is the enemy. He said the book is sorry, but in the book he said make ego your worst enemy. And I agree with him. You gotta make ego your worst enemy, because ego depletes that humility that you should have in order to lead individuals. What are some of the things that you can do to overcome that ego? You got to become the best student. The best students have the biggest business. Become the best student. The next thing that you need to do in order to help you to overcome that ego is to find your purpose. Because if you find your purpose, then you're focused on your purpose. You're not focused on all the other things in the world. All the other things in the world is not important. The only thing that is important right now is your purpose. Okay? Your purpose in life, so it becomes more meaningful to you. Not that you have to accumulate every other thing that you see outside of that purpose. The next thing that is very important to help you to overcome, and that have helped me to overcome ego, is develop emotional intelligence. And another great book to help you to develop emotional intelligence is Emotional Intelligence 2.0, sorry. Okay? Phenomenal book. That have helped me tremendously, and I know it's going to help you tremendously as well. So I hope that these 7 secrets of failure turn into 7 secrets of success for you, because you are able to overcome them and make a difference in your life. Again, thank you for your comments. Thank you for your accolades. Thank you for joining me every single day here to share with you insights and mindset habits to help you to become successful. Just like how these insights and mindsets habits have helped me in my career and helped me in my life. So I'm super excited to have the opportunity to share it with you, and I hope that you're enjoying this series. Love you guys. Take care. God bless you guys. Bye.